We tested 5 methods to play Black Myth Wukong on a Mac on an M3 Max chip. In this case, all of the methods worked, which gives us enough to choose from. We'll give you the best settings we found for each method and we'll recommend which one to pick, but you still need to buy the game first. We are always looking for discounts on this game to help you get it as cheap as possible. Regularly check the description under this video to get the best deals available at the moment. Boosteroid and CrossOver are the best choices, but which of the two depends on what you want. Boosteroid is the price to performance king, but it's a cloud solution, so it's best to use it at home. Just to be clear, if you want the easiest way to play, this is it. We recommend signing up from the link in the description to see all the available games in the Boosteroid library. All you have to do to start gaming is follow the link in the description, register for the service, and buy a subscription. Then just search for the game and click play. It's all pretty easy, but we have a how-to tutorial if you need it, and an overview of the service if you want something more in-depth to make up your mind. CrossOver uses your Mac's hardware, so games run better the newer your Mac is, but performance goes up and down all the time and you mostly have to reduce settings. You also often need case-by-case fixes for bugs depending on the game. To use CrossOver, click the link in the description, enter your email, and download the app. Then, after you install CrossOver, you must click the Try Now option for the 14-day trial. If you need a longer tutorial, visit our video on that. Start with the first 2 settings I provided and go one by one and check how everything looks after each change. Black Myth is one of the heaviest games out there, and anything I can tell you as far as optimized settings go is different depending on the hardware you're using. By that I mean, whatever I tell you, with some settings it will be unplayable on an old Mac, while it will run great on a cloud service with the same settings. So we have to pick our poison with this one and check everything over and over again. I recommend setting every single setting I provided here to the optimized value. All the other tested methods are a variation of this theme. GeForce NOW is the best cloud solution with all the bells and whistles, but at double the price of Boosteroid, it's just not worth it except for a handful of games which can use the latest and greatest effects. xCloud is Microsoft's cloud solution created for using with Game Pass. It's by far the worst of the cloud solutions, but it comes with the benefit of being free if you subscribe to Game Pass. Sikarugir is the free DIY version of CrossOver. It works great when it works, but it's more inconsistent, less intuitive, and has a lengthy setup. On Boosteroid, the big win is brute force PC hardware. 4K high looks great and stays smooth in chaotic fights, and AV1 helps keep the image clean, assuming you've got stable bandwidth. GeForce NOW is the visual flex, 4K, ray tracing, and DLSS style sharpness, plus the most consistent latency in my experience, but you're paying for that ultimate tier polish. Xbox Cloud Gaming is clearly console stream territory. Easier setup, 1080p class image, and a 60 FPS ceiling. Locally, it's doable but heavy. In CrossOver, using D3D Metal, 1080p medium with upscaling lands around 55 to 65 frames per second. 1440p medium sits at 45 to 55 with dips during particle spam. Ray tracing was a no-go, and first loads had shader hitching and slightly dark global illumination. Sikarugir can match those frame rates, but needs more tinkering and feels more fragile across updates, so I'd only use it if I really didn't want to pay for CrossOver. Take care and see you in the next one.